Hey, Max. I know you guys are busy getting back up to speed, but I wanted to check in with you to see how NGC is dealing with Irma and its aftermath.
Hi, Charles. Yeah, it's returning back to normal. Thankfully, NGC headquarters never lost power. We did shut down some systems out of an abundance of precaution before the storm, but we came back yesterday. We turned everything back on, and we are back open for business and just working to get caught up.
This was obviously a powerful and devastating storm. What preparations did NGC take before Irma made landfall? And did the storm impact the Sarasota region as badly as you expected?
Yeah, well, we have multiple vaults that we use to secure collectibles at all times, except when they're being graded. Obviously, we locked everything in these vaults. We made sure that all the collectibles were on higher shelves, just in the event that there would be a flood. NGC is actually not in a flood zone, so we didn't expect there would be any problems, but just out of an abundance of precaution, we put sandbags down, we moved everything up onto higher shelves. The building was actually built in 2005, and it was built to withstand a very powerful hurricane. So we weren't particularly worried about the building or the collectibles. We were more worried about our employees, but thankfully everybody is safe. And people are slowly returning back to work. We have a pretty good crew here now, and other people are starting to come in who are who had left and are returning to Florida.
Did most of the homes of NGC staff come out relatively unscathed?
Yeah, there were a few people, it sounds like, who sustained flood damage. A lot of people are still without power, unfortunately. But I know that it looks like power crews have been out and working, and people are slowly starting to get their power back.
Clearly, the storm's going to push back the grading times for submissions, at least for those already in-house. And I'm sure you got a handle on that. But what processes and procedures does NGC have in place in the event that coins already in transit that have not yet arrived might have gotten caught up in the storm and exposed to the elements? Are you expecting to see damaged packages coming in?
Well, we have not seen any evidence of that yet. I think it's probably too soon to say. My understanding is that a lot of the mail delivery companies delayed bringing their packages into Florida or into the path of the storm. So I'm not sure that we're going to see any issues there. As far as turnaround times, we're only expecting to see a 2-business-day delay for walkthrough and express, which are our 2 fastest tiers. I would have a feeling that all of the other grading tiers will get caught back up in time. I think we can easily make up 2 days, over the next week or so.
You may have been preoccupied with other things to notice, but I saw collectors on various message boards express their concern about the well-being of NGC and their collectibles, of course. But also, many posted understanding comments about the absence of the company at the Long Beach show. So I just want to make sure that you were aware of that. Speaking to collectors, though, who live in the affected regions of Irma and even Harvey, what steps would you take to inspect your collection to make sure that your coins and other items have not been impacted by the storm? And what should you do if they have been?
Yeah, I think you would probably want to take a look if any of your collectibles got flooded. I think that's going to be the time that you're going to want to examine them and maybe consult with a professional to see if there was actually any damage sustained to the collectibles as opposed to just, superficial damage to maybe the holders. So it depends. I would have to imagine with Florida having been spared, as bad of a storm as they originally expected, I don't think that we're going to see a lot of that. So, I think that people could just consult a professional if they think that any of their collectibles have potentially been damaged.
Well, Max, best of luck in getting back up to speed. We wish you and everybody else affected by these killer storms the best as you clean up and get back to business.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. Take care.